more sauce on top and a basil leaf. It smells delicious. So let's give this a try. Delicious. Definitely you could taste the breadcrumbs, adds a nice crunch, and the flavors with the peas and the bechamel sauce. Definitely you must try this at home. Hi, my name is Anna. I've been baking for the past 20 years. I've developed a passion for baking from my Italian parents. So join me for some delicious, quick, authentic recipes. I have hundreds to choose from and to share with you. So whether you're just starting out or have an interest in baking, follow me and we'll get inspired. Benvenuti. Today we're making pasta al forno. It is an Italian dish that's almost like a lasagna. It has your pasta with your ragu, meat sauce, and white sauce as well. So for this recipe, you will need strained tomatoes, ground beef, basil, onions, celery, carrots, breadcrumbs, salt, peas, and Parmesan cheese. And also for your white sauce, you will need milk, butter, and flour. I will have the full recipe at the end. So we're going to start by making our white sauce. Okay, we're going to melt our butter at low heat. I always like making my white sauce and then set it aside because your tomato sauce, your meat sauce, takes a little longer. So we want that all ready to go when we're ready to assemble your pasta forno. So now we're going to add our flour. Depending on the thickness of your white sauce, you can adjust the flour as well. So just incorporate all that. Make sure there's no lumps. Just increase just so slightly. And then we're going to add our milk. There. Just increase the heat. You want to bring this to just a rolling boil. Add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And of course, it's to taste. So if you want a bit more salty, you can add more. So your bechamel is ready. Probably take about 5 to 6 minutes at a low heat. There we go. And we'll set this aside. Okay, we're going to start by sauteing our vegetables here, adding our olive oil, and we're going to add our onions, celery, carrots, of course your garlic. I'm going to lower that temperature. So we'll saute these for a couple of minutes. You want to incorporate all the flavors. And then we're going to add our ground beef. And we'll just brown that. Could add some salt if you like. So we've got our ground beef with our vegetables. Now we're going to add our peas in there. So you want to cook all the flavors together. So now we're going to add our white wine. And we're going to let this cook for about 5 minutes to get all the flavors all together. Oh, that smells good already. Okay, so now we're going to add our tomatoes. I'm going to give that a stir. That looks so good. So if you like, this is where I go and I add about another cup of water to this so it's not so thick, because once it cooks, it's going to reduce some more. I'm going to add some basil leaves. You don't have to chop them up, so you could just kind of break them up and throw them in there. Oh, it smells so beautiful. Love the smell of basil. So we're going to let that simmer for about an hour, and then we'll be back. A bit of salt. Our sauce is ready. Look at that. Just beautiful. Smells so delicious. Now we're going to put our water to boil for our pasta. Okay, our water is ready for our pasta. 11 minutes. Okay, our pasta is ready. Okay, so now we're going to butter our pan, and then we're going to make sure we coat it all with breadcrumbs. Okay, so we grab our softened butter, and make sure every corner has butter. You can use any tray pan you like. I went with a takeout. This way you can make it and bring it to a friend's, a potluck, whatever you have planned. So it works really well. You put a good amount. So once it's all buttered, you get your breadcrumbs. If you want, just put a smaller dish underneath. This way you kind of lessen the mess. There we go. All ready for your pasta. You know, it adds some crunch to it as well. And of course, easy to release your pasta. So it's a little bit different than lasagna. The same almost kind of method, but not quite so. You're gonna, in between, put mozzarella cheese and white sauce. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to add our sauce to your pasta. So you want to dress all your pasta. You can smell the vegetables with the wine. And I was going to mention you could also use red wine if you wanted to. That's also a good idea as well. So then I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to mix. So you want to make it nice and saucy. You want to add lots of sauce to this. And a little bit different than your lasagna, you're going to mix your white sauce right in there. Nice and creamy. I'm going to add some more red sauce. Go ahead, add more Parmesan cheese. That smells so good. And if you didn't want to rebake this, you don't have to, but Pasta al Forno is, you know, like a twice-bake lasagna. Add quite a bit of sauce because once it bakes in the oven, you want all the flavors and the sauce. You don't want to dry out your Pasta al Forno. So now we have a tray. So we're going to put our pasta right inside. And this is really nice to make ahead a few days. It keeps well in the fridge, and also you can bake it just before you're going to serve it. That's also another idea. So I'm going to kind of fill it halfway. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some bechamel sauce, your white sauce, in the middle. There we go. And of course, you're going to add your cheese. You could shred your cheese if you like. I decided to slice mine. Then you're going to sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on top. Add some more sauce. So this is a real hearty meal. And you're gonna add your pasta. Make sure it's all even. Perfect. So we're gonna add some bechamel sauce again. Now another thing I do is, of course, I'm gonna add actually breadcrumbs. Because you know what? I like the crunch on top. Then I'm gonna just drizzle some olive oil. Just a little, not a lot. There we go, and we're gonna finish it off with Parmesan cheese. Okay, so now we're gonna add some cheese on top. And just little pieces of here and there. We're gonna bake this for about 20 minutes. We'll put 20 and we'll check it. Perfect. Okay, well, our pasta forno is ready. It looks delicious, it smells amazing. So let's give it a try. Oh wow, look at that. When you're serving it, you can serve it as is, or if you wanted, you could add some more sauce on top. And we're gonna put a basil leaf. Look at that. You can really see the flavors of the sauce and the bechamel sauce as well. It smells delicious. Okay, so let's give this a try. Delicious. Definitely you could taste the breadcrumbs, adds a nice crunch, and the flavors with the peas and the bechamel sauce. Definitely you must try this at home. So if you enjoyed this recipe, like and subscribe. Your support is encouraging.